YouTube says I'm alive. I'm alive. Anyhow, that's not what this is about. This is about Army 4-star general got fired November 10th or December 10th. Redstone Arsenal, Alabama. An Army spokesperson said General Charles Hamilton was relieved of his duties at Material Command. Army spokeswoman Cynthia O. Smith told News 19 Tuesday Hamilton had been removed from his command based on the filings of an investigation of the Department of the Army Inspector General. Hamilton had been suspended from his command in March after accusations he tried to influence the selection of a lower-ranking officer for command position, according to prior reporting forms Associated Press. The Inspector General report said investigators concluded that Hamilton had a prohibited relationship with the officer in question, whose name was redacted in the report. The report also details several actions Hamilton took in the officer's promotion screening process, that including asking specifically observe the panel interview as part of the Battalion Command Assessment Process, or BCAP. Later that month, General Hamilton contacted redacted names per person's name to schedule a visit to observe. Hey, you guys, be nice. Sorry, my cat's going crazy. Scheduled a visit to observe the BCAP. The report says he wanted to align his schedule to be able to watch Army Comprehensive Talent Interview, the ACTI, for a specific lieutenant colonel he knew. The report said testimony noted Hamilton was the only person who had ever asked to observe the specific candidate's interview. That is definitely a red flag. Hamilton also made several comments indicated he felt the process may be biased during his time observing. According to the report. That didn't make no sense, but it's written that way. I'm just reading what's written. The report details that Hamilton later pushed for the officer to be repaneled after his observation, citing the psychological evaluation had been too animated and conclusive. According to the report, Hamilton also contacted BCPA panelists. Now he's messing with the psychological. Oh, wow, this guy did need to be fired. The Inspector General said the officer ultimately went through the second panel, but did not receive a promotion during the second panel. Smith said acting commander of Army Material Command, Lieutenant General Chris Mohan, will continue in his role until a permanent replacement can be nominated for the post. Smith said while investigation found the command assessment program withstood the attempt of interference with the process, Army Security Christian Wormuth plans to issue a directive that formally establishes CAP as an enduring Army program to reinforce integrity and increase transparency. Sounds like this guy got caught with his hand in a cookie jar, and he was the only one that was doing it. But anyhow, hey, Art, Sebastian Cristobal, Valdes, Bastis. That's French, if I've ever heard it. Hey, thanks for subbing, though, brother. Yeah, we can subs to you, most definitely. Yeah, I just want to give this report because I found it highly unusual that they fired a 4-star general who was trying to embed, and it is embedding, one of his personal peoples into a position of authority in the military hierarchy. And he's the only one in history to have ever done it. So there's more to this story. The other names were redacted, but I can tell you what, you are going to hear more from this story in the future, because you just don't fire a 4-star general and then only give obscure reasons for why after the investigation. Yeah, it is real wild. It happened, that 4-star general, during the Obama-Biden administration. He was critical of what they were doing, rightfully so, proven now, but he was also fired. But it was a politically motivated firing, because he was a good general telling the administration, hey, you guys are a bunch of putzes and you're getting our people and our allies killed. So they fired him. This guy under the Biden administration was trying to embed people into hierarchy positions in the Pentagon. That's no bueno, because that's why they redacted the name. I would like to know who that person is that he tried to do this to. It was a lieutenant colonel, so they are a higher up in the hierarchy of the upper echelon of command and control. So they need to be investigated too, but their name was redacted. And that's why I say we're probably going to hear more from this story in the future. But definitely cleaning house at the Pentagon when you fire a 4-star general. Everyone, you want heads to roll, right? For breaking rules, regulations, and laws. What's up, Chad? It's very nice to see that the Pentagon is firing 4-star generals for breaking rules and regulations. So that's a good thing. Now all we need to do is hit the politicians and get them out for doing the exact same thing, promoting people to positions of power that are not elected or even have America's best interest at heart. And that's what we need to get. We need to get these people out. So to see a 4-star general being fired, I didn't hear about this. That's why it happened December 10th. That was a while ago. I didn't hear nothing about it. I didn't hear no one talk about it. So we need to. I know someone who's working directly with General Flynn. Actually, he's a friend of mine. Actually, I'm kind of borderline working with General Flynn. Not really. I'm not getting paid, but I am assisting that gentleman in his endeavors. Yeah, year's about 10, and we just found out that a 4-star general at the Pentagon was fired for influencing the advancement process and promotions for people to be put in key positions in the Pentagon during the next administration. That's why I say this is a big deal. And they redacted all the names except for the one general, which means more is coming. Or if no more comes, that means they're probably in Guantanamo and you're not going to hear about it. So I don't know if I'll be able to give any further reports on this. It all depends on what rabbit hole it goes down. If I don't hear or give any more reports about this, then more people got chunked up and thrown into Guantanamo and there is no report. And that's what happens when you do illicit things to the Americans through the American government, at least from the military. And that's why I say watch out for UCMJ, because those boys don't follow politicians. They follow rule of law, and they have the Uniform Code of Military Justice. As I read in that article, the other 2-star general said, nah, we got this rule, you follow it. This guy's the only guy that didn't follow it. Red flag. Oh, boom, you're fired. See, they don't care in the military. They have a rule of Uniform Code of Military Justice. No politician can get around it. Nobody, not even a 4-star general. So that's good to know that our military has not been infiltrated and still follows the rule of law that they are under oath to follow. So fuck the politicians. Anyhow, that's the end of this stream. You guys have a great weekend. Invest properly. Like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. And buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium. And you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday on my live stream.